Hi, kindergartners. If you were able to join us for our live lesson this week, fabulous. If you were not able to, no worries, we have the lesson here. We'll be talking about what makes a good listener and how to become a better listener if you're already pretty good. It's a little book that I found, and I made it into a slideshow so it's a little easier for us to see. So hopefully, there it is. Let me use a slideshow like this. Today we are learning to listen, and we'll be practicing it too. I love the practice part. We are going to learn and practice some skills that will help you be a better listener. And our book says, can you listen with your... Let's find out more. A monster can listen with his eyes. Can you? Yes, I look at the speaker when I am listening. So boys and girls, whether you're watching a Zoom like this, whether you're watching a video your teacher has made, or when you come back to Star School, make sure your eyes are always watching the person who is talking, okay? Your eyes shouldn't be on the ceiling. That's not where you're going to do your learning. Your eyes shouldn't be looking around the room or playing. Your eyes should be watching the person who is talking. That will help you learn better. A monster can listen with his mouth. Can you? Yes, I keep my mouth closed and don't talk with others or make sounds when I am listening. So a good listener isn't talking la 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 la. A good listener isn't making noises. A good listener has a quiet mouth, and that helps you hear better. A monster can listen with his body. Can you? Yes, my body is facing the speaker when I am listening. So look at our little boy. He is facing us. He's listening to us. So if you're doing a Zoom or doing a recording, you should not be laying down because your body isn't facing the speaker. You shouldn't be turning around because your body isn't facing the speaker. Always have your body facing where the person is talking. So right now, you should be facing your body towards your Chromebook. Okay. A monster can listen with his hands. Can you? Yes, my hands are at my side or in my lap when I am listening. So we want our hands to be quiet, okay? Because if we're playing, if we're opening and closing things, if we're spinning things, if we are tapping things, that can distract our brain, so we're not being good listeners. So our hands need to be quiet. Okay? A monster can listen with his feet. What? Can you? Yes, my feet are still and quiet when I am listening. Okay? So we aren't stomping, we aren't kicking, we aren't up and dancing around. Our feet are quiet and calm when we are listening. A monster can listen with his brain. Can you? Yes, my brain is thinking when I am listening. So look at the little girl in the picture. She's thinking, what is my teacher saying? What am I learning about today? Her brain isn't thinking about, I like pizza. I wonder what my dog is doing. Or, I really want to play that video game. No, my brain is thinking, what is my teacher saying? Right now, what is Mrs. Taylor saying? So make sure your brain is thinking about what the other person is saying. A monster can listen with his heart. Can you? Yes, my heart is caring about what others say when I am listening. So a caring heart means, yes, I'm listening, Mrs. Taylor, because I want to know what you're telling me. I care about you and want to be respectful of you. When you're listening to your mom or dad or your grandma or your friend, you always want to listen and care about what the other person is saying. Look at the teacher in the picture. Can you tell she cares? Yeah, she's very quiet. She's leaning forward. She's smiling, and she has kind eyes. She cares about what the students are saying. A monster can listen with his whole body. Can you? Yes, I can. I know you can, boys and girls. Look at the little boy who's sitting there listening to the person speaking. He's using his eyes and watching. His hands are still. His body is facing the speaker. His feet are quiet. His mouth is quiet. His brain is thinking, what is he talking about? And his heart is open. His heart knows, I care about you and I want to hear what you have to say. So if you'd like to play a couple games with me really quickly, boys and girls, we could play a game called Monster Says. It's kind of like Simon Says. So if I say, Monster Says, you do what the direction is. If I don't use the words Monster Says, then you freeze. So let's practice. If I say, Monster Says, tap your head. Okay, yay. But if I just say, tap your head, right, you don't do it because monster didn't say. So let's practice. We'll do 5 rounds. Monster says, clap your hands 3 times. Super. Monster says, tap your head 2 times. Monster says, smile and say, hi, Mrs. Taylor. Hi, Mrs. Taylor. Snap your fingers. Did you get it? Monster didn't say, so you were quiet. And we'll do one more. Monster says, tap your shoulders 5 times. 1, 2, 3. I love it, boys and girls. You can play that game with your family. You can take turns. You could play Monster Says and you be the speaker, and then someone else can take a turn. There's also a game board in your school counseling packet. It looks like this, and it's the Monster Challenge. And you can play this activity with your family too. I could say, or your parent could say, or you could say, point to the monster with, point to one with one eye. And then you would say, which one has one eye? Oh, I found one. And someone could say, point to the monster with who has 3 eyes. Oh, I see one. What if I said, boys and girls, will you please count all the green monsters? Figure out how many green monsters are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 green monsters. I love it. Or I could say, boys and girls, will you count the first row of monsters and tell me how many monsters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 monsters. Isn't this fun? This is a fun game. Do you understand? If you don't, let me know. But you could play all kinds of listening games with this Monster Challenge board. And then the final thing in your activity pack is it asks, how can you be a good listener? So boys and girls, all you need to do is simply draw you showing those good listening skills. And I put the monster beside you to help remind you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a super day.